Welcome back to our writing project where we are writing a non-chronological report about an animal that we have researched. This is lesson 6. Last lesson we looked at how to write the diet section of our non-chronological reports. So what the animal that you researched eats. And you should have this now written in your books. Today we're going to be looking at the next section, which is the habitat section. Now, habitat refers to where an animal lives. So let's take a look at our model and we can then look at how we're going to use this, what we're going to steal in Magpie for our own versions. So here is the one about platypuses. Semi-aquatic in nature. Now that's a fronted adverbial. Semi-aquatic in nature. We could get rid of that altogether and we could just start with platypuses frequent rivers and streams in mainland Australia and Tasmania. Now the word frequently is if you do something quite a lot of the time. So if you play football every day, you say, I frequently play football. However, frequent can be a verb and it means that something visits the same place all the time. So platypuses are always found near rivers and streams. So we say platypuses frequent rivers and streams in mainland Australia and Tasmania. Mainland means not islands. These curious creatures means the platypuses, and it's just a synonym, so we're not repeating platypuses over and over. There's also a bit of alliteration there with curious creatures. These curious creatures inhabit, which means live in, small, simple burrows. And we've got a comma there between small and simple because that's a list. And then we've got a relative clause, which they build along riverbanks. So these curious creatures inhabit small, simple burrows. A burrow is a type of tunnel which they build along riverbanks. Then we've got a new sentence. However. However means but we don't start sentences with but, we start sentences with however, especially when we are doing a formal piece of writing. However, the female builds a special burrow which can be up to 20 meters long. Deep inside this burrow, so there's a fronted adverbial, she lays between 1 and 3 eggs, although 2 is the average number. So there we have some information about where platypuses live, and that's what you are going to be doing today. So we're going to do a model right now, and if you have a look there on my notes, I have created notes for a lion, right, which I researched. And you'll notice the notes are not written in full sentences. My job is I need to change them into full sentences. So it says here, mainly stick to the grasslands, scrub or open woodlands where can more easily hunt their prey. So they stick to, they like grasslands, which are like fields, scrub, which is another word, it's kind of like fields with a few trees, and then woodlands as well. And they like to stick there because they can easily hunt their prey. They can live in most habitats, but not tropical rainforests and deserts. All right, so I'm going to see now how I can change this to be about lions, right? So, lions, now it says stick to, mainly stick to. I'm going to say mostly frequent, because that's a new word that we use to say something goes to somewhere a lot. Grasslands, scrub, and open woodlands. Now, grasslands in Africa, when I was researching, I saw that grasslands are called savannas. I'm not sure if I've spelt that correctly. It will show me if I haven't. So a savanna is a grassland in Africa. Lions mostly frequent savannas, scrub, and open woodlands. And then it says where can more easily hunt their prey. So I'm going to actually not have a full stop there. I'm going to have a comma, excuse me, and I am going to put a relative clause. where they can more easily hunt their prey. Let's take a look at that sentence. Lions mostly frequent savannas, scrub and open woodlands where they can more easily hunt their prey. And then it says in my notes, can live in most habitats but not tropical rainforests and deserts. Now, if an animal can live in different places, we say that it is adaptable because it can adapt, it can suit its surroundings. Human beings are very adaptable. We live in all habitats. So I'm going to say, however, these adaptable felines means cats. However, these adaptable felines can live in most habitats. Well, I've got habitat. I'm going to actually use another word. Environments. However, these adaptable felines can live in most environments, but it did say not tropical rainforests and deserts. So I'm actually going to add a subordinate clause, or they do not inhabit tropical rainforests, deserts, and I'm actually going to add something in because they don't go to cities. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Let's look at our first sentence. Lions mostly frequent savannas, scrub and open woodlands where they can more easily hunt their prey. The they means the lions. So you wouldn't say lions mostly frequent savanna, scrub and open woodlands where lions can more easily hunt their prey. We use the pronoun they. Next sentence, this is a long sentence. We've got however, because we're saying but. However, these adaptable felines, so that means the lions, can live in most environments, although they do not inhabit tropical rainforests, deserts and cities. Now, look here, we have a comma for our, this sentence has 3 commas. The first comma is after however. When you start a sentence with however, you have a comma. The next comma is for the subordinate clause, and the last comma is for the list. Habitat. Lions mostly frequent savanna, scrub and open woodlands. However, where they can more easily hunt their prey. However, these adaptable felines can live in most environments, although they do not inhabit tropical rainforests, deserts and cities. So you now are going to have a go at writing the habitat section for your creature. I can't wait to read them. And next lesson, we will be writing our last section, which is the behaviour section. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.